I've been working with violins since I was 13, so that makes it a long time at this point. And I've been really blessed in having the greatest clients possible. I've been able to work with some of the best musicians currently playing, and they're great people to work with. It's a very demanding group of people to work with because they're under such pressure themselves. But because they're under such pressure, it makes the goal very clear. My name is Samuel Zygmuntovich. I'm a violin maker. Am I anywhere near A, of course, is the question. Professional musicians at the top level are like Olympic athletes. They're doing something which is as hard as anything a human being can do. And there are many other people who can do it almost as well as them, so their needs are extremely focused. I take great satisfaction in being part of that endeavor with them.
Oh, because they're already down there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be like a serious treasure hunt for violinists.
They're even there, yes, that's right.
Okay. Do you want me to pursue that, or do you want to just have him replace the...
Here in my shop, I feel like I wind up with many different roles. I mean, my main mission is to sit at the bench and make violins. But a big part of what I do is also interact with my clients who have my instruments. And instruments change over time. So just finishing a violin and handing it to someone would just be half the story. And if you weren't able to support those musicians and keep the violins totally hot-rodded at all times, people will gradually get dissatisfied. So I've made it a really strong part of my mission to work with musicians. That's why I'm here in New York. It's not an easy place to live here, and it's not a cheap place. A lot of violin makers like to live in like a really bucolic country environment. But what's important to me is being here where the musicians from all around the world pass through here. So anyone who has my violin can come here. So, while I love sitting at the workbench, I'll typically have some appointments with musicians who come in for adjustments. Being part of the active use of it is also very important to me. I wouldn't be satisfied just to quietly craft a beautiful object. I like that part of it, but there's an entirely different part where I feel like I'm in partnership with a musician. And between the two of us, we're both creating this sound that we want. And I rely totally on their feedback to do that. And they rely on my skill to make it happen. So between the two of us, if you work on an instrument, you can feel it getting better and better and better as you do little changes to it, and that's very exciting. Once it's done, it's totally in action. It's a dynamic object. It's used by musicians actively. It's vibrating, it's changing. And, so the violin, when it's completely assembled, it totally leaves that identity as sort of something that's built or shaped and becomes almost like a living thing.